do.
I mean, it's a
Or
pretty straightforward chapter. Ain't much happening that makes you
yeah,
want
that's
to
what I'm
have it
saying.
all.
Like we could just go through it page by page because or yeah, page by page because it was really straightforward. Like not much happened, but some things did happen and we gotta talk about it. Especially a couple of other things that I wanted to bring up too. With that said, what's going on, guys? This is another edition of OP Boys. If y'all coming in here first time, how you doing?
Another one.
We another one. We don't talk about nothing but One Piece content out here, okay? Manga specifically, but sometimes we talk about the anime as well. So anime only could come in here too. It's cool.
But you will be spoiled.
Yes, you will. You will be spoiled. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like you're gonna be spoiled a little. Now, if you don't care about that, that's fine. That's fine. Other than that, we don't get into it. So, for those of you that don't know, this is my boy, Buggy the Newgate out here, aka Buggy Soprano, aka
Yeah.
Buggy DDT.
The many names
The
that I
many,
have.
many names. The many names. Yes. And this is your boy, tais.worldtv. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Anything that will help the channel. We really appreciate it. We also got a new channel too, Geek Load Stars. Where we talk about specifically like movies and shows, okay? Non-animated, all right? So we're gonna be talking about Godzilla. Well, we talked about Godzilla already. We saw -1 last week. Chef's
Go
kiss
watch
out
it.
here. Yes, go watch it. And we're gonna be reviewing what is it? Monarch of Monsters, I think. That's the other Godzilla
Yeah,
joint that came out.
sometime in the beginning of
Yeah,
next year.
when the actual series ends, we're gonna do like a whole series review and talk about it. So the link will be in the description down below for the Godzilla review because you saw y'all saw the out of the theater one that I did. Okay, and I see you guys like that. So if y'all want to get the full review, go on Geek Lord Stars. Okay, subscribe to it too. Help us out.
I should do that for the boy in the heron, honestly.
You know what? Man, we can do that review too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, review. All right, y'all. So listen, enough of that. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to this chapter. So yo, Buggy, yo, it's crazy. The chapter number is crazy. 11,000,
You know,
11, yo, it's crazy.
we've talked
Crazy,
about this
bro.
too on our group chat. How well, I don't know if we actually talked about it, but you said it yesterday. How you kind of want to get back to the present time, which I kind of understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like it's to me it's like okay, we've seen enough
You
because we're
it
kind of
the
caught up now. I
Yeah, the
mean, what
thing
else
is
is
too,
there?
like, how much more are you gonna give us? Like, we've gotten most of the Kuma stuff and Bonnie stuff, but like, it's definitely feel like Oda's slowly losing his momentum that he had before going into this flashback.
Yeah, and I feel that's because and see, and this is like another problem with Oda. Like, mind you, Oda's one of the greatest I'm sorry, mangaka writers of all time. He was able to make a 20-year story for so
25.
goddamn 25, and it's still going, which is insane. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, look at the title cover. But one of the things that is his issue is that he never really gave us a whole lot of information in the beginning or throughout the whole series. He never really gave us that much information. And now we're in the end game. He's giving us a whole lot of stuff that he probably could have gave us like a little bit before, you know?
Even then, he's still giving us more stuff than
Exactly,
originally.
which is right, which is cool. But at the same time, it's like, okay, but now you're gonna derail the present day by going all the way back into the past, and now you gotta have to explain of Kuma and why he's so important to the story now.
Well, the thing too also is this flashback is just not Kuma, it's Bonnie as well. So that's
Right, exactly.
you
So it's
got both
like,
those characters' stories going on right now. It's just
right,
Bonnie, in this latest chapter, Bonnie already set out to see. Um, Kuma was looking at Luffy because, as far as we know, Kuma's the only one that knew that Luffy was Dragon's son, besides Garp later on.
right. And I wanted to talk about that too, because you know, I thought Dragon I kind of took it the wrong way. when I first read it. I think you told me that too when I did the reaction. Go check that out, guys. Because I initially thought, Dragon was mad at Kuma because he joined the revolution. I mean, he joined the Marines because, of the daughter or whatever. But I took that the wrong way. So in that conversation, Kuma didn't even know that
It's
that was
it's
Dragon's son,
it's also funny because Kuma kind of understands being a dad himself.
Right. And he's like, the weak, a child is always a parent's weakness.
Yeah,
And that's
which
when
is
he
true.
put it together. And he was like, oh, you know what? My bad, bro. Say less. And and you know what? And I've had a lot of people say that Dragon still gets an L for this because
Nah.
he really didn't do nothing the whole entirety of One Piece. Like, we don't know what this man
He
can do.
he saved his son from Smoker, Buggy. He
Yep,
set him off on his adventure that he's on right now.
yep,
He's always looking to the east. Remember that flashback we saw?
yep. And then on top of that, now we see that in the beginning of this chapter, we
Okay,
see that homie was there the whole time. He was watching Luffy the
let's
whole time.
let's be realistic, bro. Like, if you're the most dangerous man in the world, you're not gonna tell anybody anything about your family, your
Of
son,
course, of
anything
course,
at
of
all.
course, of
So
course,
those
of
people that
course.
saying Dragon is deadbeat need to shut the fuck up. That's my one.
I
That's my one F bomb. I'm gonna drop this video. I have to because it's getting so annoying,
get it.
bro.
I
Like
get it.
every week it's the same thing, bro.
But I feel like I think people are saying that though because we haven't really seen Dragon do anything like kind of like
But we,
Whitebeard or Shanks or
but
you know
my
what I'm
counter
saying?
argument is we're getting more of Dragon now than we ever
Than
have
we ever
before.
did, especially with Shanks too. Like we've gotten more shit.
Ex- Thank you, and Blackbeard,
And
Blackbeard as
Blackbeard too.
well.
Yeah. But that's my thing though, because and I sort of get where they're coming from when it comes to Dragon because we only really see him do one thing in Lockdown. Power wise, that's it. We haven't seen
That's
him do
fine. That's fine.
nothing else after that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, I want to see Dragon do shit too. Like I want
You
to
know what
see
it
him do
is
stuff.
too. Also, the revolutionaries weren't well, like they were in the background in the backdrop, but they weren't brought to the fold until like Water
Yeah,
7 when
right,
Garp introduced all that stuff.
right. And then they went back into obscurity for a
Yep,
minute until
exactly.
we got to marry
Until
Joey and
post-time
they
skip.
did what they did. Yeah, yeah. So again, I see where some of them are coming from on that perspective. I see that. But him getting an L because he didn't do nothing, no, that's wrong. He was doing shit. The
That
Oda
makes no
didn't
sense. Yeah.
yeah, like he was doing things. And like you said, mad chapters ago, Buggy. They were small. They just started. The whole Revolutionary Army started. So
They weren't
you
even the
can't do
Revolutionary
but so
Army at that
much.
point. They were freedom fighters.
Right. And Kuma was their like one of their main powerhouses. And they
Yep.
lost that now.
Yep.
So now they got it. Well, thankfully they got like Sabo and Pac and all of them, Marley and all of them. So they had powerful people on there. But Kuma was like a cut above the rest in terms of power. You know what I'm saying? Because he was
I will
literally a one man army. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say like Kuma's still there, but he's keeping quiet. He's not saying anything. He's not letting anybody know. He's not letting anybody get close.
Right.
Which, if you saw what happened a few chapters ago, you'd understand. He's basically a government dog.
Right. Exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up too, because yo, that part where Luffy says, and he's talking to the animals, he just beat the shit out of. He
Oh
says,
yeah.
I'm not gonna let nobody take my food. That line, I was like, damn. And
And
then
you know
he
what?
popped up after
You
that.
know what's
Damn.
funny? When I read that, and just
Damn.
fact that Kuma was there was the reason that everybody got sent flying away.
Was insane.
That was beautiful, Oda.
But my question is now, because I have said before that I think um Kuma knew about him being Joy Boy, Luffy being Joy Boy, and that's why he decided to help them out.
I
But
feel like,
now I don't think that's the
especially
case.
at the end of the chapter where Bonnie was remembering the flashback that her dad was saying about Nika,
Right.
he was
So
watching Luffy use battle axe, or I'm guessing watching him use his attacks. Could he
right.
have thought right then and there, like, oh, this boy's using rubber properties, maybe he's
Oh,
Nika?
I didn't even think about that.
Because remember, nobody knew what this fruit
Ooh,
was, not even the government, until like way later.
I didn't even think about that. Oh shit. Cause I was under the assumption that maybe he was just watching over him because that was Dragon's son when he found out. But the fact that he found that out and then the fact of him using rubber powers too.
That's why when I said in
Mm,
your video yesterday when you were doing the reaction, like we still
yeah,
got to
yeah.
get the Thriller Bark stuff and the Sabaody stuff and him protecting the Sunny.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I hope we get that part. I do. And I can see after that, then we'll go back to present day. I can see that happening too.
The the other thing I'm seeing a lot on social media now is that Bonnie's gonna be the 10th member of the Straw Hat crew.
I mean, she can. I mean, it's possible because,
It's funny
she
because
don't have a crew anymore. So, I
yeah,
mean,
in the beginning of this arc, she kind of fit in with everybody. If we're being honest,
right.
when they went to
Right.
go eat and all that
Right, right,
stuff,
right, 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 right. And I mean, honestly, if you look at it too, her quote unquote crew was people to watch over her. They
yeah,
weren't like
they were there
the
to
straw
combat
hats.
her
Right,
for her
exactly. They weren't
being her
like
dad.
right, they weren't the straw hats. They weren't because see, and that's what I've noticed too. We should do a video on this like later on, maybe during the break, since we're on a break. A lot of crews weren't really that strong. Like
No,
I think Luffy's is the only crew where everybody, damn near almost everybody is strong in their own right.
yeah, for
With the
sure.
exception of like Usopp, Nami, I
The
think.
the 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 weak trio. Let's just
Right,
say
right,
that.
right, right. But I mean, if you look at Luffy's crew now, you got
Yeah, compared to
Jinbei.
back then, yeah.
Yeah. You got Jinbei, Zoro, Sanji,
Chopper, Robin.
Chopper, Robin, one of the most wanted people in the world because of what she knows.
She could read poneglyphs. Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, so oh, Brooke too. I almost forgot about Brooke. Brooke is strong as hell too. So,
And the other
uh,
thing too is like it kind of makes sense because Kuma and Bonnie are Nika worshippers.
right.
In a
So,
sense, it would make sense for her to join, but I don't know.
right. But I mean, again, we still need to find out like what's going on with Bot
Cause
because,
remember, her crew got destroyed by Blackbeard,
right. Oh, where?
and yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, see, that's why we watching One Piece, bro. Because it's like,
And she's been on her own since then. We haven't seen
right,
them at all.
right. So she was one of the supernovas that got it early. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, So that and see, and we got to talk about Bonnie too, and we're gonna get to that. But let's get to real quick the. Oh wait, real quick, I did want to say something real quick. Seeing Luffy do that battle axe again, I love that
Mm.
shit. I love that
And
shit.
he said he's gonna have to use it on a strong opponent,
Yeah, and then he used it
Arlong.
on not crocodile,
Arlong.
Arlong, which oh man, I just missed that attack. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also I noticed that Luffy here looks a lot more built.
I'm glad you brought that up because I
I
feel
was
like
like, is
someone
that just me?
Oda did a redesign of that.
Yeah, so he kind of like was he kind of
Because remember in
retconned
the
that a little
beginning of
bit.
One Piece, he was lanky and
Oh yeah, lanky as hell. He was strong, and there
hmm
were times when you saw like the muscle, but he was like lanky as hell, like you said. But
But
here he looked like cut
I
up,
don't.
like he got abs and all
Oh
that.
no,
Crazy.
pre-time skip. He wasn't really buff like that. I remember now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't even remember him having abs until no. You know what? A friend of mine had put me onto this. I remember after Luffy's fight with Katakuri, and then when we began Wano, and Luffy had his shirt off or something, you saw how he was so built now compared
Yeah.
to before. So I mean, now we're seeing Luffy not the same as before, but he still look kind of built. Like you see the six pack. So I thought that was like pretty interesting to bring up too. And I wanted to bring up not Khalifa, Alpha.
It
Alpha
might be. It
is
might be. It might be Khalifa. It
That's
might
what I've
be.
been hearing. That's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing people say like, "Yo, this might be Khalifa from the past," and maybe when she,
And then
failed
she
the
got
mission,
yeah, she got transferred to somewhere else.
right, and then changed the name. So that may be possible. We don't know. But Alpha is such a beep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
we found out that, and it's through the government too. The government, the WG, they need to get decimated. We already know that. Horrible. So we find out that through the world government, Alpha has been ripping up all of Kuma's letters.
Placebos. Oh, bro, I hated that. I hated that so
Oh my god! I
much.
was like, bro, why can't Kuma get a fucking break, bro? That's my one F word too. Like, why can't he get a break? Why? He's the greatest dude in the One Piece, bro, and y'all keep treating him like shit.
You know what's funny, bro? Like thinking
Yo,
back to the episode where Sabo was talking about Kuma,
uh,
and he was like, "Oh, that's not Kuma. We want to see the old lovable Kuma." And you see like a little flashback of him smiling. I'm like, and now you see these flashback of just Kuma always smiling, bro. Like,
oh, and yeah, I didn't. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't even notice that. Like, he was always smiling, like you said. He was always smiling. He was always cheerful. No matter what happened, he was always cheerful, always hopeful. Even when we found out about the messed up deal last chapter,
yeah,
as long as Bonnie was cool, she could get cured. He didn't give a damn,
he
and
would
did it with
literally
a
make a
smile on
deal
his
with the
face.
devil. That's what he did.
And he did it with a smile on his face. No, no, no
See,
regret.
and I feel like that's the other
Regret.
thing. I
Mhm.
feel like we might get another Saturn appearance in one of these flashbacks right before we get back to the present, so
Yeah,
we could get
yeah,
into it when we get back.
yeah. Because I need to see, like, yo, what is Saturn like, bro? Like, what made him become this bastard? Because and I've noticed in One Piece, the most messed up bastards are always the one that had something happen to them in the past as a
Yeah,
kid that's messed up.
Dolphy,
Flamingo,
Dolphy.
yeah, Dovey especially was one of those. I don't know about Crocodile. I don't remember Crocodile, but
No, we don't know much about Crocodile.
yeah, yeah. Oh, okay.
Dolphy offed his own brother and his brother. I mean,
His
his
parents and
dad
his
and
brother.
his brother.
I was like,
No,
he off the.
his mom died of sickness.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, why is it always the moms dying of sickness, bro? I don't understand.
I don't know. Oda's got something against the moms in One Piece, bro.
I don't know, man. Maybe he had a single mom, son. I don't
Hmm.
know, bro. I don't know.
I saw people putting Dragon up there with Kiros as far as like best dads in One Piece, along with Kuma.
I need to see more of uh Dragon's backstory for me to say that because he has not been in Luffy's life, and Luffy doesn't care. Honestly, he doesn't care
He
about his mother
doesn't.
or his father. But I haven't seen enough of Dragon for me to really sit there and say that he's a great dad. I can't say that. Like, I need to see more of him for me
Fair,
to really say that. You
fair.
know what I'm saying? And that's what people were complaining about. They were like, he don't show up, he don't do nothing. But he was there. It's just he couldn't really be that close to his son. You know?
Yeah, especially with the world government around there like that, I wouldn't want to
Right.
expose myself
And
either.
I wanna know, like, how did he feel about Luffy being a pirate? Like, how did he feel about that? Like, we don't even
I'm
know.
sure he really didn't care about Luffy as long as he like lived how he wanted to.
This is true, but at the same time, it's just like, all right, but
Bro,
like, you gotta have an opinion or something. You know what
reading
I'm
this
saying?
chapter and later on, yes, if you're wondering, yes, that is Godzilla behind me. If you're
Oh,
wondering,
I was gonna ask you that too.
like when I was reading this chapter and when we got like halfway into it where Kuma was about to do the more modifications and we saw Stussy there, Stussy of all people.
Oh, yes, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, and I love that conversation between her and Vegapunk, which Vegapunk has the Bluetooth headset now. So
Yeah, we see now that he's actually made the five Stella bodies.
right, and I think he said something like he was gonna make Punk Hazard the same way that
Yeah.
Egghead is now. He just never got around to
So
doing it.
Stussy goes, Kuma, I heard you're going to lose your sense of individuality. I wonder which of us has the most checkered fate: the human that lacks free will, or the
Ooh,
clone that does it.
ooh. And yo, Vegapunk got real mad. He was like, "Yo, don't say that. Like, y'all are both
Yeah.
human. You are human. Stutzy, you are human. I don't care what you say." So, I thought that was interesting. I also thought what was interesting was with Vegapunk. The conversation between Kuma and Vegapunk, I thought was great because at first he said, Kuma asks, "What is losing my free will like?" And Vegapunk says, "If you'd have to shoot or delete a child based on the government's orders, then you would do it." You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
love that conversation. And also, and then we talked about this. I thought this was a little bit of a retcon when Kuma, Vegapunk has said that in a year you're going to lose all your free will. Now,
I'm glad you brought that up.
yeah, go ahead.
So timeline wise, we were trying to figure out where everything fits in.
Yeah, yeah. Because Oda's
So
not really
in the
forthcoming.
panel where Bonnie turns 9, we see a box card that says, and so another half a year passed
Right.
without a single letter reaching the church. So half a year has passed since this point. So now Bonnie's I guess 10 now, Luffy's 17, and this is gonna be like right before the story starts.
Mm. So that either means Kuma was still fighting the program and he still had enough strength to do it.
I feel like right at Saba Odi's, remember he said this is the last time you're ever gonna see me. That was his last time doing the modifications of him completely losing his will.
And that's the crazy thing because after the 2 years, we see him at the Sunny
At the Sunny just
to
waiting.
defending it. So I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. Like, so what happened after that? So what happened?
And I think I told you he probably told Vegapunk to like as his last request. And I feel like he might have told Vegapunk that Luffy was Dragon's son. Because I have to go back and read Egghead if um Vegapunk already knows who Luffy is. Because I
I
don't
think
remember.
he. I have to go. I think he did. I think he did. I have to go. But remember, it was public knowledge that Luffy was Dragon's son.
Oh, yeah, because at Marineford it was public knowledge at
Right.
that point.
So I know he knows. I know he knows. So
See, this is why we got to go back and watch because I forgot about that detail at Marineford.
see, this is what I'm saying. This is why I be going. I'm going back to watch One Piece because there was mad shit that I didn't even. Not that I forgot. I just didn't really put two and two together.
Yeah,
So I'm at the story now. Like it's insane, bro. It's insane. And
it
then
happens.
yeah, of course. And then we get to the part where boom, excuse me. We get to the part where and the queen, the kingdom, sorbet kingdom queen, the older woman.
Connie,
Yeah,
the goat,
mad smart,
the
bro.
OG.
OG, triple OG. Mad smart.
She basically gave Bonnie her clothes
Yeah,
to
but not only
take
that,
away.
not only that, she figured out like, yo, something ain't right here. Like
Yeah, yeah,
something ain't right. So that's why she didn't want Bonnie to use her powers in front of
she's smart.
what's the name? Alpha, because she was like, something ain't right here. And it turned out her hunch was right because she found out through, I think she said through one of the soldiers, said they were drunk and they were talking about it. And one of the
Yeah, and they let it
townspeople gave it
slip.
to the queen. Right. That's actually pretty brilliant for Oda to even do
Also,
that
the other
shit.
thing we forgot to mention was Kuma's still doing his work as a pirate slash revolutionary slash
Oh
warrior.
yeah, like the boat when he was helping out. He's supposed to apprehend him, but he
Yeah,
was like, you know what? Whoever's wounded, I'll take you out to the nearest spot. Don't
and
worry
look,
about it.
Dragon is very smart. I'm
Yep.
sure he has his reasons for keeping us in the dark.
Yep. And he's like, I ain't gonna say nothing. Because he's still helping people out too.
Yeah, he is.
Still helping them out. He just ain't saying that. So I say less, bro. Say less. Say less. Um,
Hey, you know what I
yeah.
just realized? One of the notes that Otis put here in the beginning of the chapter.
Which
It's
one?
funny because it has to deal with what I have on my TV right now. Otis said, I went to see my first Godzilla movie, Godzilla Minus One, was a starting point. I'm going to check out Shin Godzilla next. So Otis never seen Godzilla. That's crazy.
What? Y'all made the shit. How did y'all not see this shit? All right,
Yo,
man,
watch
whatever.
Oda have like a Godzilla reference later on in one of the arcs.
Yo, listen. If we find out, if we get another Straw Hat member that's Godzilla, bro, I'm done. I'm done.
Yo,
Oh, get a Sea King that
the
looks
fact
like Godzilla.
the fact that Minus One is his very first Godzilla movie,
It's insane.
that that's a good way to start. I'm not gonna
Word.
lie.
That too, but it's insane because I'm like, you've never seen Godzilla, bro? Never? Never?
It's
It's
crazy.
insane.
Oda, give me some Godzilla type character in One Piece now, bro. Now,
So,
next arc
phew,
or
bro,
and
you
later
get
on in the future.
a buck. You want a Buccaneer Godzilla, bro? That's what you
Oh
want?
yeah. Oh, you remember? I just remembered right now. You remember how I told you
Uh,
that cross in Kuma's church looks similar to Mihawk's cross or sword that he has? It's like almost the same design. I don't know if you noticed that.
yes, yeah. You told me that. Yeah. That shit is insane.
I wonder if there's some correlation to that.
Oh, you think they've been like chatting with each other, like
Cuz
been real buddy
we
buddy?
we kn- we know gods exist in One Piece. Kuma's the only character that we well no. There are other characters that pray to gods and devils and all that stuff, but yeah.
I think one of well, we know that Eno was
Well,
like
as far as like
self-proclaimed
a
God.
as a preacher, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
oh,
a
I see what you're saying.
pastor.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I got. Well, we had Mother Caramel too. I don't know if,
True, true.
but I mean, I don't know if
She
that was like a front
she
or
was kind of a wicked
yeah,
sister.
yeah, 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 for sure. Oh, Wicked Sister is insane. Okay,
I mean,
that's insane. I mean, you're not wrong,
that
but
reminds me of that Magnum PI video. Like nuns don't work on Sunday. He just shoots the nun down the ladder.
I can't, bro. My missing Magna Pi. I
I
can't.
mean, hey, references.
I mean, hey, that's why you on the team, my guy. That's why you're on the team. Oh yeah, so I did.
So
So okay, so
we're
we're
gonna get to the end already.
yeah, yeah. So we're at
Okay,
the end
cool, cool,
already. So
cool.
we find out that old granny, the goat, she gives Bonnie clothes or whatever, packets, whatever she need to give her, and for her to go set sailing to find her father. Okay, she found out that they've been ripping up the letters and shit. So, we see the same ship that we've seen her in at the post time skip, which is pretty good. And I also noticed that, and if we talked about this just a few minutes ago, like, um, Disney's quote unquote crew is not a crew per se. It's just
No,
more of watching her because she's 10 years old right now. Like
chaperone.
right. Like that's crazy to think about. Like she's 10 years old and she got a crew just to watch her. You know what I'm saying? Insane. However, Alpha finds out about this. She
Mm.
said, "Who is this old lady dressed like Bonnie? What is this? Why is she wearing a miniskirt? What's going on here?" She finds out what's going on, and yo, I love this part. She bullied straight after um Bonnie. I think was she put it on water at one point, or am I crazy?
I think.
I think she was running on water. Am I crazy?
I
Let me see.
It looks like it because you see like
Yeah, that's what I'm
bubbles of
saying. Yeah,
water.
she was running on water,
Maybe
bro.
she started running and then she started skywalking at that point.
Yeah, because we saw a skywalk after that. But maybe, but I was just like, yo, I don't know nobody that does that. I really don't. Like, I don't know who. And that's kind of a feat, I feel like, because I don't know nobody else that can run on water. Like, that's fast enough to do that shit. Like, that's insane. Like, that's some flash shit to me.
It's also funny how they designed the ship into pizza, Bonnie's favorite food.
Which is that actually is actually pretty cool design. Like that's actually pretty cool. And you're backed by the queen, so you already know it's gonna look official as hell. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And then Bonnie's like, "Uh oh, she's coming through. I gotta do something." And yo 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 yo, Buggy, what do we see, bro? What do we see? What do we see,
I
bro?
I
What
feel
do we
like the
see,
most
bro?
interesting part in this chapter,
What do
honestly,
we see, bro? What do we see, bro?
uh, Alpha's skywalking towards them, and then Bonnie's remembering what Kuma said about Nika. Mind you, he said nobody knows what he looks like, but he's got the properties of rubber, and he could fight any way he want without a limit. And then we see
hmm
Bonnie use distorted future,
She becomes an
which
adult,
crazy.
right? She becomes an adult, but she also uses a Gear 3 attack. It punches the
And
living shit out of Alpha.
I wanted to bring something up that somebody said in BDA stream because I usually watch a stream when he does the reactions. Like, what if the government thought Bonnie was Nika? Because as we saw, her fist turned into a giant.
Ooh, you know what? That could be true. That could be possible because remember, I don't know if Alpha had to go back and report. I'm sure she had to
She had to.
and give the description of what happened. They were like, "Oh, she's Nika. Okay, we need to go after Bonnie." So, cause see, and that could be the reason why the government never really thought about paid attention to Luffy like that. Cause I feel like, yo, if y'all know he was Nika, y'all would have paid more. Y'all would have raised his bounty to
Hmm.
where y'all need to go get him. It's apparent. But it makes sense. It would make sense if that was the case. Because yo, like I said, yo, and let me tell you something. Like she clocked the hell
Oh yeah.
out of Alpha. Like her glasses, I'm looking at it right now. Her glasses is going broken, bro.
So
And she
yeah,
got the little smush on her face, bro.
yeah, like she got destroyed by Bonnie.
Yo, I was just like, how do you walk? How do you walk away from that?
So
How?
right here, it's already confirmed Bonnie's already gone and set sail.
Right.
So that's done with already. That flashback as far as Bonnie, I'm assuming.
Right.
We still got Kuma, and I feel like we're gonna go back to Egghead after we're done with that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, cause I mean, we've been in this
This
for
is
like
what
five, 6 chapters
six
now.
chapters, right?
Yeah, let me check. One, two, three,
And it's
four,
funny too,
five,
because it's one of those
six,
flashbacks that Oda's kind of rushing through certain stuff. It's not like
seven.
he's taking his time with it, where it'll be a longer flashback.
Right. So I want to say maybe 6 chapters.
7, including one more if we get one more from
Oh no, I'm
Luffy.
sorry. I forgot. A world where you're better off dead. 1095
So
is
okay,
half in the past, half in the
so
present. So
six, 5.5,
yeah, so wait, that's one, two, three, four, five, six. That's 7 chapters.
7 chapters.
That's 7 chapters we've been in this flashback, and it's a lot for a flashback, especially with concern to Oda too. Um, I don't know. Are you ready to get back to
I
present,
am,
Buggy,
I am.
or
Um,
okay?
I'm ready. Like it's cool seeing all this stuff, but let's go wrap it up.
Yeah, like I'm on that same vein. I want to go back to the present. I need to see how they're gonna get out of this situation. That's what I'm really like. All right, bro. Let's wrap this shit up, like you said. Now for this chapter, it was just very straightforward. We said that in the beginning too.
Yeah,
Very straightforward. Some things didn't happen, some things did. Not like, oh my god, this is crazy. Not like that per se, but we got more answers than we got. I mean, I'm sorry, we got more questions than we have answers now. Which is,
Oh, other
yeah,
thing, I forgot to bring up Bonnie's fruit. It's very interesting how it works, and I feel like it's more than just the age fruit, bro. Because she's using distorted future. She made
hmm,
Luffy an old man from the bad timeline that Oda drew,
possible future. Yeah.
and I feel like this has to deal with like multiverse stuff in a
You know
way.
what's
In a way,
crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm glad you said that because I was watching it this morning. I'm sure. Are you familiar with King of Lightning?
I don't watch Cole.
Okay. But you know what I'm talking about, though.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, cool. Shout out to you, my man. So he said this, So basically he was saying like kind of the same thing you said, like it's possible that she's able to uh get Nika attacks from like a possible future where she was Nika.
And it's funny because it makes sense thinking about what Vegapunk said a few chapters ago. Devil fruits are manifestations and
Right.
desires of people.
Right. Right. Because I was saying that in the reaction. Like if that's
About to
the
get over here
case,
looking at all this flashing on my TV.
I see you just like my man playing the whole Godzilla movie, my guy. But yeah, and that's why I said what I said because in the reaction because it was an extreme response because she
Yeah.
remembered Nika in that moment, and then she sort of became Nika when she did the Gear 3 fist. So, I'm still on the side of it's a mutation, I guess, a first ever mutation in One Piece. But I could definitely be wrong. I
that
honestly I
that
don't know.
that's interesting.
Yeah, because remember she got cured of the virus, and
Yeah.
maybe there was a leftover mutation that happened because that's not something that was supposed to be cured, apparently. Um, which
If I
let me
remember
ask.
correctly,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
go
an
ahead.
incurable disease, if I remember correctly, right?
Right, and Vegapunk was able to cure it. And actually, oh, now that I think about it, let me ask you something. Is it possible that they cured Bonnie's baby father with that?
Mm.
I just thought about
Oh,
that just now.
oh. I just remember something they also said in the stream. Like, what if celestial dragons are prodigies? It'll explain why Bonnie's so strong, why she could do what
Or
she can do.
Prodigy?
Yeah, you know how celestial dragons are supposed to be like the top tier people in the One Piece world.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I always assumed that meant like, like royalty. I always thought that's what that meant. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she
But
is royalty in a way.
right, but Shanks we thought was a celestial, which he's like uh a figureland.
He's
So,
yeah.
but we don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what that is yet. So, but let's assume that he's a let's assume that. He is like one of the greatest hockey users of all time in One Piece. Look at Sabo. Sabo was out here destroying everything. He is a monster out here. You know what I'm saying? And damn, he getting thrown in that building. That's crazy.
And
God damn. Yo, they threw the
it's a
shit out of
space
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Oh, that space Godzilla, bro?
Yeah.
He throwing the hell out that dude. That's crazy. But yeah, so yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was saying, but that shit distracted me. Yeah, what was I saying? Um,
Let me see if I can
dang, I
find it.
forgot. I forgot what I was gonna fucking say now. That's crazy. Um, what was I saying, guys? Why did I do that? Sorry, guys, I'm having an old man moment. I apologize.
You were talking about Shanks.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, I remember now. So Shanks, so we know might be a celestial. He's one of the greatest hockey masters of all time. We got Sabo, who is one of the maybe might be one of the top 10 strongest, maybe top 20 strongest people of all time in One Piece. We got that right now. Doflamingo is a celestial. Look at him. Look how powerful this dude is.
It's funny you bring up Sabo because I always forget Sabo has that
I do too.
celestial
I do
royalty
too.
blood in him.
I do too. And that's why I had to bring that up. Because, but you may be right. They might have the potential to do crazy things with
This
their bloodline.
you just brought up Dolphy. Dolphy had conquerors hockey at the age of 9.
Yeah, Luffy didn't have that. He had that in like 17, which is crazy to think. But he got it at 17. So he got a little bit later, but still, he was
Bro,
able to do that.
these flashing lights are too much. I can't. I
Okay.
can't. Can't. Can't do it.
So yeah, so and you know what, you might be right because we see a lot of celestials are overweight. You know what I'm saying? They haven't picked
Yeah.
up a weight in like they haven't exercised.
Long
They're
time.
lazy for the most part. But the ones that we've seen that actually are active, they're like one of the most powerfulest people in One Piece right now.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
is true.
we actually need to do a video on that. I'd be down to do a video. Now that you gave me that idea, I might actually do that as a video. Now that I think about it, thank you for
You're
that.
welcome.
I mean, so yeah, so like just at the end of it, the chapter was okay. It was all right. It didn't blow my socks off. We did get more questions. Got some answers, but we got more questions
There's
too.
always more questions than answers.
Of course, but Oda is the goat. He really is the goat when it comes to like writing this shit. Like it's amazing.
Now,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking at the schedule. We might get one more chapter before this year ends.
I was gonna ask you that because I know we're like
Because
a couple
Jump
of days
Fest
away
is
from
gonna take
Christmas,
place around Christmas time, and
right?
we
And I
might
know
get
we're
a
on
chapter
break,
around there.
right? And then we're on break this time.
Yeah,
Next week we're on break.
yeah, we might not get a chapter till the end of the year, or maybe the beginning of January.
Yeah, so that's about damn near a month.
3 weeks,
Yeah, so
or
damn near a
four
month.
weeks if we're waiting till January.
Right. So let's assume it's a month. Let's just assume that. So we're gonna be a month without One Piece, but don't worry about it, guys. We're gonna give y'all some good content too during that time. Because we got the One Piece episodes coming up, and they're gonna cover a couple of chapters.
That
Before
reminds
we get to
me,
Egghead,
is there? I remember they said they were gonna take a break, but
I guess it's
I don't
well.
know if
Remember,
it's
it's not Egghead. Technically, it's not Egghead
yeah,
until let me see, because we were
because
talking about this too a couple
because
of
the
days
stuff
ago.
that's supposed to happen in today's episode is the Kobe, Boa, and Blackbeard stuff on Amazon Lily,
You
and
gonna react
then
to that, bro? Because we can react to that shit.
also some Sabo stuff. But besides that,
Right.
that happens
So
right before we get to Egghead
so we got the Captain Kobe incident, which is this episode,
this
and
episode.
after that we got Luffy's dream.
I
Then
feel
we're
like
gonna go on break, I
that. I
think.
feel like that might be the beginning of Egghead Luffy's dream.
Yeah, Yeah, because 1061 is Egghead Island of the Future, so that's 1061. So I don't know how they're gonna do that, but Luffy's Dream is a great way to leave
Yeah,
off of,
it is
honestly.
weird because they also said after a while there's going to be no fillers or breaks, right? Is that what I remember?
Or something like that. Yeah, because I just thought about this too. At the end of 1060, Luffy's Dream, we do see Bonnie pop out.
Yeah, so that might be the beginning of Egghead.
That's what I'm saying. So this would be a great time to leave off of, honestly. And then they're taking a month off. So, and if we're not gonna get any fillers, then
I'm
I'm a little
definitely
bit confused
down
about that.
to react to Egghead.
You gonna
I'm
be with
down
me
for
on you
Egghead.
gonna be with me on these episodes, boy? You
Oh
go,
yeah,
yeah, like that,
got to,
like that. Because
got to.
you already know what I need to see. You already know. You already know. I already you know I need to see Shanks, bro. You know that's number one, A1. I got to see.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up.
Mm.
I wonder if Toy's gonna do what Toy does and expand on it.
I think so. I think they're gonna have to because I know that's how they usually do it. If Oda's not able to do it in time,
They will expand on it.
they will expand on it because they did it with Wano too. Like the last couple of
That
episodes, they
that
added
filler
stuff.
episode where they
Yeah, yeah,
like Chopper giving Beppo the rumble balls.
yeah. Because we never saw that. We saw that like
Yeah, yeah.
when we got to Egghead after that battle, we saw that. But yeah. So I think they're gonna definitely do that too, and that'll be their way to kind of like stretch the episodes because you know how to do. You know they stretch
Y-
them
You know what
episodes.
it is too? Like I wish you were able to find all the One Piece movies to watch them like Dragon Ball, but you can't.
Right, because I know they're like, I know Netflix has a lot of them, but they don't have like the beginning. Yeah, they have. I know they have a lot of them. Let me see. Let me see real quick. But no, I agree with that because if you really look at it, the One Piece episodes, like I know for myself, I had to look online to find
Mm.
like the certain sites and stuff. So you need for them to get these like together. I'm gonna need that. Um,
If I ever do a rewatch of One Piece, it's gonna be One Piece. It has to be
oh, of
that one.
course, of course. I mean, honestly, I'd skip some
Oh,
stuff.
so those of you that don't know what One Piece is, it's basically just One Piece without all the fillers and all the extra fluff in there.
Right. Okay,
So
so
it's essentially Dragon Ball Z Kai.
basically, yeah. Without well, the difference is, I know with Kai they like went back and it touched up some of the
Oh
animation,
yeah, they
made it
touched
look
up the
more brighter,
animation and the
right? So
voiceovers.
basically,
Yeah,
it's just like someone took the time out. God bless them, took the time out,
remastered.
right? Took the time out to cut out the filler shit and then just put it in the and made the One Piece. So
Mm.
God bless them. Okay, so I'm looking now. So I see Heart of Gold. What is it? Adventures
AMV's
of
on it. Nebulanda.
Nebulanda. I never saw that one. Episode of East Blue, Film Gold, Film
Oh, those are
Z.
specials though.
Right. Episode of Skypea. Um, 3D
Film
2Y,
Z is
Strong
still my
World.
favorite that I've seen.
Oh yeah, for sure. I always used to be Strong World and
Cause
then Z,
Strong
but
World makes no sense when Luffy beats Shiki, bro.
yo, I'm,
None.
I'm glad you brought that shit up because let me tell you something. We didn't know about Shiki. We didn't know who Shiki was. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they put this nigga in the movie. Tell you something. I know about Shiki now. Ain't no way he should have
There's
been
no way.
beaten
No
with
way.
a duck. Okay? Ain't no freaking way the GOAT should have been beaten
Luffy should have
with a
lost that.
duck. So, but look at what he was doing. Like, I rewatched this a couple of months ago. This man was
Did
out
you?
here. He had gravity powers, bro.
Yeah.
He was out here lifting continents and shit. And you're telling me a pre-time skip Gear Luffy beat this man with a duck assist? That's what you're gonna tell me?
Insert Will not Will Smith. Will Ferrell from Anchorman. I don't believe you.
What yet? Kanye one. How, Sway? How? How? You have all the
It,
answers, Sway. Older.
I
How?
remember the first time I watched it, I'm like, this makes no sense.
And I wasn't even paying attention. I was just like, yo, this is a great fight. Like that back in the day, I was like, yo, this is a great fucking fight. I love this movie. But now as an
And
adult, I'm watching this shit. I'm like, this
it's
don't make
funny because
no
now
mother.
Film Red is kind of like the worst movie in a way.
And we did a. If y'all want to see the review on that, I don't even know where that shit is. I got to.
It's on this channel.
Right.
Somewhere
I gotta put it in the group shit with other
in the
videos.
deep
I got
depths of
yes,
Tais TV.
yes. One of those things we will not speak about. Oh, actually, I used to think not strong word. What was that one? The one before it?
Z?
No, no, no.
Oh,
Before
before
red.
Strong World.
Yeah. No, no. I'm sorry. Before.
Stampede.
Yeah, Stampede. Yeah. So I didn't think it was the worst One Piece, but at that point, I was like, all right, I'm getting
The
tired.
problem with Stampede is just
Yeah.
all fan service. That's all it
And
is.
and that's fine, but my issue was like, okay, you're giving me information that I need for the story, and it's not going anywhere because this is not a filler story.
Yeah.
I mean, a canon story. That's when I was start getting tired of the movies. And when Vet came out,
I get you. I get you.
I was already tired. I was like, all right, I'm done, bro.
And it's
If y'all
funny
not giving me,
we were talking
yeah,
about this with Sam how anime studios now are doing their arcs in movie format.
which I'm not mad about because they did that with Demon Slayer, and
Demon
JJK.
Slayer, JJK, they're doing another movie for Demon Slayer.
Oh, word? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, another they're doing another arc.
Oh, nice.
I know there's another one. Oh, Dragon Ball Super, Broly.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
that one they kind of retcon the Saiyan stuff.
Yeah,
Nah,
we're not gonna talk about that. But
I
yes,
haven't seen Superhero, so I can't touch on that.
right, and that's like my other issue. But this is a One Piece thing, so we'll go to that another time. But yeah, and that's why I just got tired of watching the One Piece movies now because it's like I want Candace. I want to see what happened to God Valley. Like I want a full feature length movie on that. Give me
And
that.
remember, they are in works of another One Piece movie. We just
Right, and I
don't
know, and it's
don't
just like
know
I don't know what it's
which
gonna be
what it
about.
is.
Like, what is it? Like, y'all gotta give me something, bro. Y'all gotta give me. If y'all don't want to make it so canon, fine. But you gotta make it canon. Like, you give me a
Let me
canon
ask
movie.
you,
Yeah.
what if they do the Dragon Ball route where they make a movie canon and then they write it in the manga but like with some changes to it?
I'd be down for that. I like film Z. Y'all could have done that.
Yeah, they should have made Zephyr canon, bro. Like
Yeah, like
honestly.
y'all should have did that. Like y'all should have
And
did that.
like the little details in that movie, remember those little explosive things that they were using?
Yes.
Like they were basically saying, "Oh, this has the power of an ancient weapon." Why couldn't you guys make that stuff canon and all this other stuff?
Oh, if Vegapunk modified it like he did with Mother Flame. Maybe that's where it came from. Nick, y'all could have did mad. See, this is why I get mad. This is why I get mad.
Well,
This is
like
why I get mad, bro.
maybe now, like we were talking about, like now that studios are actually doing that, maybe One Piece would do it. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Who definitely knows? I don't know. I don't know.
Because Film Red is definitely mixed. A lot of mixed feelings on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like some people love it, and me and you and Sam, we hated it. Like,
Like there was no reason for Gear 5 to even be in there.
yeah, like, and it was only in there for like
Half a second.
half a second, if that, like a quadruple second, if that.
Also, don't call it Film Red if this the man that's colors associated
See,
with is
that's
not even
that's
in
the
it.
other shit where I got upset with because y'all
This man's
marketed
like
it
what,
as
15 minutes in this whole entire movie?
if that,
Not even maybe.
and he's doing shit that we already seen him do. Like, so I don't
Exactly.
understand.
And then he was facing against civilians that were under mind control. I'm like, ah, get out of here.
And he didn't even like hit him. Like, he just let them hit him. Like,
Exactly.
and that was my issue. Like, y'all gonna promote this movie heavily with Shanks, and he's not even in this movie like
Honestly,
that.
Shanks could have used Conqueror's haki and knocked them out. Let's be realistic, bro.
For real. Like, eh, And that's why I get upset. This is why I get so freaking upset with this because y'all could have sat here and did something to where y'all could make it canon, and like you said, all you got to do is do it like Super did, make a movie, and then put it in the actual canon shit, just rewrite it differently. But I would have been cool with that. I would have been cool with that. I had so many villains up in there, like Zephyr, that I could see them in the One Piece world. I could see this.
Especially Zephyr used to be in that generation with Garp and Sengoku.
Yeah, and it sounded like he was almost strong enough to be a freaking hammer. That's what it sounded like to me.
He was giving Luffy the hands.
Yo, he beat the shit out of Luffy. He was like, yo, that's that. I love that part at the end when they take off their shirt, they just start whacking each other.
Oh,
Out.
beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, man. Like, yo. Anyway, I tell you what though, I am excited for this episode because remember, we getting the Seraphims, baby. We getting the Seraphims this
Yeah.
episode, bro.
Yeah.
So you pulling up for this one? Like, what we do, bro? What we do? Pulling up, man. You gonna pull up?
I might
Well, you,
have to.
all right. We'll find. We'll figure that out. All right, y'all. So listen, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate y'all for coming through. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
I know we didn't give a ranking, but it's fine.
Hey, it's
We
fine.
didn't give a
It was really just
ranking.
straightforward. It
It
was
really
just
was.
like, yeah, it's fine. All right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. We love you guys. Deuces. Be safe. Have a good one. Later.
Watch my